Hello everyone! So this is a new series I'm doing. It turns out I actually have a lot to say about current things going on in the world, and I figured I'd put my opinion out there. So hopefully you enjoy the art and the talk. Today's topic is about the FIFA World Cup, specifically Europeans trying to walk to MetLife Stadium on the I-95 highway. So I don't have much to say about this topic, since there's so much to go into it and all, but there is a specific aspect of the conversation that I don't really see anyone mentioning. All the videos I've seen are talking about people getting run over and whatnot, and that makes sense to be concerned about considering all the illegal nonsense you have to pull to get on the highway in the first place. But I don't really see anyone mentioning the fact that a majority of people are going to attempt to swerve out the way on instinct when they realize they can't stop on time because they're going extremely fast, and they're going to crash. And this is going to cause like a multi-car pileup, which is definitely going to be worse than a single person getting hit. And originally, I wasn't exactly sure what would happen if someone from a foreign country caused a disaster like that. But I saw this TikTok from this girl named @LivingMyWonderlust. She is tagged down below. Her video gives like a ton of insight. And she essentially explained that cops are going to be specifically looking for people walking, and you're going to get a ticket or fined, or most likely arrested, because walking on a highway is illegal. So if you're responsible for a car crash, you're probably going to get caught if people don't jump out their cars and attack you first, because you never really know how people are going to react upon seeing like something like that. So that definitely wouldn't be a good idea. Also, I wanted to talk about this TikTok from @ProfessorNoir007. He's tagged below too, and he's basically explaining how the US is the problem for not having pedestrian infrastructure or public transit. And while I don't 100% agree with all his points, I can see where he's coming from, because we should have better ways for people to attend international events. But I do think that the Europeans who think they can walk to MetLife Stadium also deserve to be made fun of because they are refusing to listen to reason. It's understandable to be upset about the insane price gouging that's happening to get to the World Cup, but we as US citizens also have to deal with this whenever major events happen anyway. This is just something that happens in our country, even if it is bad. But being upset doesn't mean do something illegal and risk who knows what risk something crazy happening to you, because you don't know what is going to happen to you, especially considering America is currently a borderline dictatorship at the moment. You could literally never be seen again. Also, you guys should see what's happening on Twitter/X, because that's where the real crazy stuff is going down. Because Europeans, specifically British people, like when I say Europeans, it's mainly British people, like it's also Germans and stuff, but like mainly British people. They're insulting Americans for trying to tell them they can't walk down the highway, even though like they can't. It's not going to end well, but they're refusing to listen. And when it comes to walking down the highway, there are also these two other TikToks that definitely go into more depth than I am, because they've actually been there and experienced it before. There's this guy named Corner Store Deli and this girl named Rachel Liex. They're also tagged, and even though there's a lot of informative vids all over TikTok talking about this, I think these four that I've included here are like really good. Anyway, I definitely think that while the US should get its shit together, Europeans also should get their shit together and look up what the hell I-95 is and ask themselves if walking through a swamp and weather that is higher than what they consider heat waves and jumping over a giant concrete barricade to walk down said highway is really a good idea. Because I think if you consider all of this and actually look up what I-95 looks like and what the weather is going to be and convert that to Celsius, you should reconsider. By the way, Completely unrelated, but I did leave a crazy comment on Professor Noir's TikTok. It wasn't bad per se, but it was kind of rude, and I want to say that if it somehow becomes unburied because I went to delete it because I've had time to actually think and stuff like that, if it does become unburied, it was made in a moment of blind rage because some of the comments under his video are very, very rude to say the least, and I got really mad. But this TikTok I'm making is like a proper reflection of my actual thoughts because I've like had time to think about it and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, I wish I didn't use that promo art I made for my graphic design final as the video already, because it would have made great background art for this video. Anyway, my next Corrinne's Conversations is going to be about Poppy Playtime, I think. Only if some other topic doesn't come up, though. Outside of that, there's going to be more OC intros coming soon, and I hope whoever stayed enjoyed. So, bye! Please include feedback in the comments. I've never done this before. Bye.